Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. We're back and we're going to do some live readings today. I'm psyched for this because I don't know, I just feel like I'm on a roll and it's going to be great. So remember that the future is not set in stone and anything is subject to change. However, these readings are based on the current path that you are on. We all have free will. And also, if you are coming back and you've asked me the same question over and over again, remember that the readings may not be accurate because you have to give the universe time to do its magic, to work, and you have to also give yourself time to implement the things that we've talked about. Hi, Tammy. Hi, welcome, welcome. Nice to see you. Hi, Malika. What's coming to me in May? Okay, let's see what we have. Actually, I'm going to. Ooh, I see you having to put on a different role, like wear a different hat. I feel like there are a lot of different people that you need to be in your life in order to accommodate other people. And it feels like this time you're playing a different part for some reason. It feels like the way that you have to act is out of character or different. I also feel like you could be moving or you could have like a new sort of environment. I don't know. I'm seeing like a new space, new environment. This could be like spring cleaning or feeling like you have to reorganize, but I'm getting like a new home, new attitude. I'm just seeing like a new environment. So I feel like that's coming through as well. And I also feel like you're getting a gift, a very important gift from someone. This feels like multiple gifts. So somebody wants to maybe give you things or try to be generous towards you. But yeah, I'm getting gifts. This feels very materialistic. So I don't know if you're doing like a housewarming or some kind of celebration, but that's what it feels like to me. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles is someone who's surrounded by all the nice things, beautiful luxury. It feels like the universe is giving to you this May. There are a lot of secrets you're uncovering, a lot of unmasking. Yeah, it's very exciting. I could see a new job coming through. Yeah, I could see a new job coming through. I could see this being like something being handed to you for sure. So that's what I'll stop at. Okay. Hi, Latoya. Good afternoon. You can ask a yes or no question. Dishi. Hi, can I have a love reading, please? Let's see. Thank you so much, Malika. I'm glad. I hope you manifest everything you desire. Okay. Let's see. Dishi. Can I have a love reading, please? Guys, as usual, I'm taking questions as they come. As I finish a one reading, I'll try to intuitively pick the question I'm drawn to next. Of course, donations are prioritized, so if you do donate, you will be put to the top of the list. Okay. Love reading for Dishi. Ooh. I feel like love has been hard for you, but it's going to get better. I feel like there's like a light at the end of the tunnel. This feels like something new and exciting. It feels like you're getting over something, is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing love definitely coming through and lighting you up. This is like a brilliance coming through after a really dark period. This feels like passion. This feels like, you getting what you want. But you need to let go of your ex or let go of someone. It feels like there is a need for closure of releasing somebody. It just feels like until you release that person, this new person won't really come in. It feels like I'm getting multiple cards that are saying you need to let them go. You need to, like, someone is bogging you down, is dragging you down. So there's still some energy lingering from somebody else that you need to release. You have to clear your energy. It's really stopping you from manifesting what you want. So that is what I'm seeing, Dishi. Let me see what else I can see. I'm getting lots of Taurus energy and Sagittarius. So I would look out for that. This could be their sun, moon, or rising sign. All right. Chrislyn, may I ask, is my boyfriend Leoncio have completely moved on from his past relationship? Okay. You're welcome, Dishi. The answer is yes. I actually see him really moving forward with you. But I see it being like quite suddenly. I feel like it's a switch up, so things might feel like it's hard to believe, but I'm getting that there is him moving forward. I'm getting a lot of love, a lot of like feeling calm in himself around his feelings surrounding you, having good memories, but moving forward. So that is what I'm seeing, Chrislyn. All right, Tainita. Will I find a job soon, please? Latoya, I'm just picking who I'm drawn to after I read the next person. So I can read you next. Let me see. I'll read you after I read Tanita, okay? But I'm prioritizing people who donate. Will I find a job soon, please, Tanita? You literally got the Ace of Pentacles, which is the job offer card. I see a job coming through very, very soon for you. This feels like almost immediate, something you're passionate about. This feels very positive for you. In fact, I do feel like there is some energy of like a bad boss coming through. Maybe the reason you had to leave a prior position or something. But I don't see that in the future. I actually feel like your work environment is going to be really healthy. I see things coming through really well for you. I just see a job for you. Yeah. That is my answer. All right, Latoya, let me get to you. Do my son and father want to come back towards me? Thank you again. I will see what the cards say. The Empress is the motherhood card. Someone who's nurturing, loving, who deserves all the love. The Hierophant, tradition, family, and the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is someone who's very stressed out, worrying. I feel like what you're feeling is very valid, but let me tell you, most of it is just something you're worried about. It feels like I do see that being a yes. I see them coming back towards you. I feel like you can't give up. I'm getting the Strength card. This is someone who, this is a card of determination, of staying strong, of persevering. Okay. Yeah. My son. Wait, what? Does my son, Father Tay, want to come back towards me? Okay, well, that's what I'm seeing. I'm basically seeing somebody coming back towards you. That's basically the answer. It's a yes. The energy is a yes. I also feel like you're worrying for not as much, like you're worrying. I don't like to say you're not worrying for a good reason, but it does feel like a lot of this is you overthinking, and it feels like it's a yes. So that is what I'm seeing. Yeah. Sorry, I misphrased the question, but it's still the same answer. Okay. So in love. Welcome guys for tuning in. Mariana, I don't see your donation. Let me see. Oh, I just got it. Okay. Mariana, let's see. Thank you for donating. What is your question, Mariana? Did you ask it? I think I don't see it. Could you just ask it again? Will I heal my Mariana, can you ask a different question? I do not do health issue. I do not, it's not part of my personal code of ethics. I don't answer anything regarding health or legal matters. So if you would like to ask a different question, I would be willing to answer that. I apologize for that. But it's something that I always tell people on my live, and I'm very open about that. Is there something else? Will I get good news this month? Let's see. I feel like you're going to get life-changing news this month. I feel like you've been holding on to a lot, and I see things really changing, and I definitely see news coming through for you. So my answer is yes. Do I see it being like really good or bad? It feels like it's more like neutral. Yeah. But I would say it means that you're going on the right path. Things are finally aligning for you. So this is excellent. I feel like the universe is on your side. There's a lot of energy of like you're being divinely guided. Hi, Marilyn. Thank you. Thank you, Mariana. And I appreciate you re-asking your question. I'm sorry about that. Marilyn, okay. What are the thoughts, feelings, intentions of my Aunt G regarding me and our relationship? Are you asking about your relationship with your aunt or your relationship like with someone else? Can you just clarify that for me, please? Like what I want to know is if you're asking whether your Aunt G approves of your relationship with someone else, or if you're talking about your relationship with your Aunt G. Okay, just checking. Okay, I have to check. Okay. All right. Interesting. Okay. I'm getting the Wheel of Fortune, the Eight of Swords, and the Two of Swords. I feel like your Aunt G is not really sure how to feel, is what I'm getting. What I'm hearing is unexpected, like things are unexpected or things are very sudden. I don't know if this is a new relationship or if something has shifted, but it feels like you didn't see it coming for some reason. It feels almost like you don't know what to expect. And I'm getting a feeling of being on the fence, of being not sure where you stand. With the Two of Swords, there's that feeling torn, feeling like you don't really, have, like, you haven't really decided yet what you want or how you feel. Oops. So that is interesting. But I'm getting like surprised. I don't know why, but that's what's coming through, is surprised. I feel like this feels very new. Something very new about it. So let's see what else is coming through. Is this something you recently found? Because it just feels like an unexpected reunion. I don't know. That's the energy I'm seeing. Like, I'm even getting the Hunter reversed, which is a card of unexpectedness, of feeling like you were on one path, but you suddenly went on another path. Might be because I have pulled away and she did not expect this, maybe. Yeah, that could definitely be it. It feels almost like being blindsided. Like, oh my God, like, what is this? Where do we stand? I'm uncertain, So that makes sense. And the Ace of Wands, it feels like something new, something exciting, something new. But we also have, with the Hunter reversed, a need to really just, instead of focusing so much on being serious, actually have some fun times, connect. It feels like a need to, instead of worrying about the future, a need to kind of enjoy the little things and the moments together. So that is what I'm seeing. I don't see any sort of ulterior motive. I feel like what's coming through is just a lot of like, whoa, like, where did this come from? That's the vibe. Does that make sense, Marilyn? I want to make sure you're getting what you want out of what you need. But yeah, this feels like a new opportunity for connection. Yeah. The cards that are coming up are just so, I would not expect them to come up in a relationship situation like this, but this is what she thinks of it. I'm getting some confusion, some feeling like, yeah, like it's very like sudden, like I don't know where this is coming from kind of vibe. But yeah. But I'm getting affection. It just doesn't feel like that's at the forefront of the reading. The cards want me to, say that it's more like pleasantly surprised is the vibe I'm getting. Not really sure. We'll see where it goes, kind of thing. Yeah. You're welcome. All right, I'm going to move forward. Let's see. Thank you guys for those of you who have donated. I prioritize people who donate, but these are also, I will pick people I see intuitively and read them next. I do not know what is going on in this chat. Okay. Gaze insights. Please give me some, guidance on how to deal with my husband and children. Husband and children. So I'm getting the wise one card, which comes up when you need order. You need a sense of tradition, going back to the old ways, the old fashioned ways. It might feel like things are a little messy or at like the path has veered, but I feel like you need tradition and order. You need things to be kind of old fashioned, is the vibe I'm getting. It feels like also I'm getting a need for things to be fair. It feels like things are toxic and things have to be balanced. There has to be justice, right? I'm getting the devil and the justice card. This comes up when we have unnecessary attachments to things that don't serve us. But the justice card is like righting that wrong, coming back into balance. So that is what I'm seeing, a need for tradition, a need for order, for doing things the right way, even if it takes longer. The Page of Pentacles, I feel like this often has to do with money. Maybe money has become like a problem, that an addiction of some kind. I don't know if there's any gambling going on or spending problems, but it feels like you might have to go back to the old fashioned ways when it comes to how you spend, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so that's the vibe I'm seeing with as little information as I have from your question. That is what I see. It feels like you used to do things one way and now it's just kind of gone awry. Um, and you have to figure out your spending. Okay, well, there you have it. You know, the toxicity, the needing to do what's right, right? The Justice card and the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like finding a way to come back to you and finding a way to create that tradition and like what you think is what your family should be, that's important. But unless you can find that, it's not going to change anything. I hope that resonated. All right. Sahash. Sahash. Thank you. Gaze insights. Sahash, is Mira my soulmate? Oh, Sarvesh, sorry. I always read the top first and then I don't read the question, so I don't know. Okay. Is Mira my soulmate? My name is Sarvesh. Okay. Let us see. Thanks, Gaze Insights. I wish you the best of luck. All right. Sarvesh. I'm not getting soulmate energy from Mira. I feel like Mira is a sinking ship. Things happening very slowly, dragging on, not knowing where things are going. I feel like things aren't moving forward or backwards. I see stagnation. So I would say no. Sarvesh, sorry. That is the vibe. But let me see if I can see what else I see for you with love, because I feel like that's kind of a morbid place to leave things, right? It's crazy. I keep seeing the Eight of Swords. I keep seeing this. And the Eight of Swords represents, feeling like you can't see around you, feeling like you're stuck in one location. I feel like until you can really find your own independence. You're not going to attract the person that you're meant to be with, but I see that person there for you. So I see someone coming through that will sweep you away. I see someone very playful, very fun, very loving. I see a very romantic person for you. But this person is likely younger than you and likely has a very like youthful spirit, and you guys have a lot of fun together. They laugh with you. I feel like the angst you're feeling with Mira is just, it's not it. I don't see her being your soulmate. So that is the energy I'm seeing. Yes. Same situation. You're welcome. I really hope that, you're able to find what makes you feel alive. Okay, moving forward. Thank you guys for those of you who are tuning in. I am like prioritizing people who donate, but I will be taking questions as they come, as I see them. All right. Hi, I'm looking to move to a different state. Will it be successful? This is Goddess. Or should I stay in the state where I'm at? Let us see. I'm getting that they're both good options. Let me clarify. Oh my God. Okay. I feel like moving would be, first of all, I see happiness if you stay or if you go. It feels like if you leave, I see you rising up. I see a lot of success for you, especially when it comes to like your career, your path. And I see you having like you living a life for yourself, you know? And if you stay, I see you really planting roots, and I see love being at the forefront. But I also see you kind of designing a home or designing your own space. So I know this is not as helpful but I want you to know that both options are really positive for you, and they just have different paths ahead of them. I know that that's not what you want to hear. I feel like the advice that I'm getting is, I keep pulling cards and they keep just coming up extremely like positive in your favor, right? So it feels like you're going to be satisfied no matter where you go or no matter what you do. But I feel like one of them you're more at peace. One of them is more like where you're designing the life you want, and one of them is where you feel more calm. So I want to give you, I can't tell you what to do or where to go, but just know that what you choose, it feels like sky's the limit for you. And if you move, you're going to feel a lot of happiness. But I also see, yeah, I don't know. I wish I could be better. I wish I could tell you like this place is going to be really bad if you stay, or this place is going to be really bad if you move. And normally that would be so helpful, right? But I see you feeling really satisfied. I've pulled 4 freaking cards for each one, and they're all so positive. I'm seeing satisfaction with the world on one side, feeling complete, feeling satisfied. Seeing the 2 of Wands, planning, building a life for yourself, having direction. So either I can't keep going. Do you get what I mean? The cards clearly want me to say what I'm saying. So that is what I'm gonna say for that. Thank you guys for donating, Claire, and is it Cece? I guess that's what I'll say. Yeah, I'm not going to force the cards to give me an answer. I'm going to write down the people who donate. Let's see. Real quick. All right, Claire, would I move to where I'm originally from be best? I feel like I'm getting a feeling of being very bored, but also at peace. Like there isn't a lot going on where you're from, what I'm seeing. Yeah, I see a very like just kind of like, I don't know if it's a town where there isn't a lot happening, but it feels like a lot of boredom, but also peace, you know? So that's what I'm seeing. Peace, tradition, a little bit of like detachment. So that's the vibe I'm seeing. But you would have the opportunity to travel. With the Four of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Eight of Wands. Okay. And I can't tell you where to move or, you know, what, like, I can't tell you what to do. All I can do is show you what the cards are saying. And I'm seeing a lot of just you feeling maybe like there isn't a lot going on there. Okay, Claire? All right, I'm going to do, yeah, I don't see it being a bad thing. It just feels like, I'm just reiterating, it just feels like kind of like, you know, peaceful, like quiet, like there isn't a lot happening. All right, Cindy, Dobb. What I don't know how to say that name. Gaetan feels for me. Let's see. Whoa. Whoa, okay. I've got the Emperor, the King of Wands, and we have the Eight of Wands. I see this person wanting to pursue you. I see this person serious about you. I see this person wanting to like very serious about you. Feeling like they want to chase you or go after you. I want you. Like literally, this person literally doesn't want, being near you is intoxicating. Like this person wants to be around you. I'm seeing them wanting to pursue you, wanting to chase you. The Emperor and the King of Wands are both people who are in charge, who have that masculine energy that want to pursue. So Yeah, I would say, yeah, I would say he definitely is interested in you, definitely wants to be with you, feels very attracted to you. That's the vibe. All right, I'm going to move forward. Yep, I see him having a lot of interest in you. Il est très intéressé. Okay. Maximiliano. I'm going to move forward. You're welcome. Okay. Could you please tell me if this month of May you see me being hired by a company to work? Okay. I feel like this May you're going to be very busy, but I don't see it being another company hiring you. It feels like you're working for yourself. I don't know if that resonates. Are you a freelancer? Because it feels like you're getting work, but it's not like a company hiring you. I'm getting the 10 of Wands. I'm getting the 3 of Wands. Literally the cards of watching things happen, waiting for things to happen, but feeling like you have a lot on your shoulders. And we have the artist, somebody who is kind of creating their own life. So I feel like, no, I don't see you being offered a job from a company, but I do see you waiting for one, and I see you watching the universe unravel around you. Okay. So that is my answer. Ah, c'est super. J'ai beaucoup oublié. Je sais plus parler le français, mais c'est bien. You're welcome. All right. Thank you, Ruby. That's a compliment. All right. So moving forward, Claire, let's see. What would it look like if I stay where I am? A lot of these questions are so similar. Well, I see family being a really big deal for you. I feel like this is the happily ever after card. So building a family, I feel like that's important. But I also have the Page of Pentacles. I see you signing a deed, signing a contract with someone, maybe like a lease. And I also feel with the Six of Pentacles that this is a time where you're giving back. So this could be you volunteering or you feeling the need to give your services to someone else or give your family. Yeah, like I feel like you're supporting other people. So that is the vibe I'm seeing. Overall, the 10 of Cups is the most positive card you could get. But it feels like you're happily giving to others here. Yeah. So that is the vibe. I see you feeling fulfilled, feeling very complete. But it's like so much so that you are able to give more. Okay, going to move forward. I'm writing you guys down. Sarah. Okay, let's read you next. Je sais pas si tu es encore là, mais merci, Cindy. Okay. All right. Does JH still want me or watch my social medias? Let us see. Automatically getting the voyeur, somebody who is watching you. Somebody who is very attracted to your beauty. I'm getting that this person is very attracted to you, definitely still watching your social media, still tuning in. They literally stay up thinking about you, like dreaming of you, and also just like thinking about you. I can see them literally like lying there just thinking about you. But also they're not emotionally available for you. So it feels like even if you did try to be with them, they're not capable of giving you what you need. But yeah. So that is what I'm seeing. Yeah, it doesn't mean that maybe in the future they won't be available, but this is the energy I'm getting now, you know? All right. I'm going to move forward. Will Arsh and Rashi, will they reunite? Welcome anyone who's tuning in. Donations are prioritized, but I'm taking questions as they come intuitively. I do not answer anything regarding health or legal matters. But other than that, should be fine. Will Arsh and Rashi, will they reunite? I don't feel like they're going to reunite, is what I'm seeing. I feel like there's something very serious happening where one of them is dragging the other down. It doesn't feel like you're compatible. So that's the vibe I'm getting. It just feels like a lack of compatibility. Like other people want you to be together. I don't know if it has to do with marriage, but it just doesn't feel like you're reuniting. All right, moving forward. Ruby, hello. How am I currently being perceived? Thank you. How are you being perceived? Love that. Okay. I love how we got the Emperor and the King of Cups. Somebody who has their shit together. Somebody who's like the whole package. I don't know if you're putting on like a even like emotionally mature. I'm hearing emotionally mature. I'm hearing like this people see you as someone who can be very open with their feelings, but is very emotionally mature, very level-headed, and very like an authority of themselves. A very serious, but also like I would say the King of Cups is someone who has that mental state and the emotional state balanced. So people see you as someone who's very warm-hearted, but who also doesn't take shit from anyone, and who's also really good at being like holding space for other people. Yeah, these are all very positive. I feel like they see you as someone with boundaries, strong boundaries. But yeah, someone still very loving. So that's what I would say. Let's see if anything else comes through. I'm getting a lot of stubborn energy, like maybe a little old-fashioned, like you can get stuck in your ways sometimes. But other than that, yeah, it feels very positive. All right, let's see. CC, will my twin flame JS have children with me together? I'm glad that resonated, Ruby. Let's see. Will my twin flame JS have children with me together? So I'm getting two very independent people. The Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Very independent, very mature, self-sufficient people who don't usually want children. And I'm getting the Devil, which really shows me that this is not, I don't see you in this lifetime having children with them. I feel like other things might need to be worked out before you could even contemplate that. That doesn't mean it's not a strong, powerful twin flame connection, but I feel like you both are your own entities that are very powerful, very self-sufficient, very independent, your forces of nature. And I don't see children being in the mix of that. So that is my answer. You're welcome, Cece. All right. Will Sika. Will the unfortunate events that happened to my person recently bring us closer? Okay. Already getting the Tower card. So I'm getting that being a no. I feel like there's so much chaos and destruction. This, Five of Swords is the card of betrayal, of, conflict. And it feels like with the Four of Cups, this person just isn't going to be interested in that happening. The Four of Cups is the card of like, I don't care enough. I'm not passionate enough. I feel disinterested. So I don't feel like what's happening with them would bring you closer. Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry that it's not going the way that you hoped. But there might be other experiences that could bring you closer. This is just not the one. All right. Hi, Raul. I'm not really doing general readings right now. Hi, Hiri. What does Anslin think about me? We'll see. I'm getting like this person is very drawn to you, but I feel like I keep hearing case closed. And here, I know I recognize you. I don't know if this is a question you've already asked me before, but I always say you have to give it a little time before you do come back and ask me the question. I just want to make sure that it's not the same one. Because I keep seeing, I have these very powerful cards in front of me. Okay. I'm seeing Judgment, I'm seeing the World, and I'm seeing the Six of Pentacles. This is all giving me somebody who's really put their heart on the table, someone who has accepted closure, but I'm seeing still very strong attraction. You know, I just feel like I've said my piece is what I'm hearing. So that's the vibe. As far as his thoughts goes, I feel like he thinks you're a very generous person, somebody who will give and give and give. Yeah. I don't know if you're well spoken or like you have a way, like you're very knowledgeable, but it feels like you have very, you know, I don't know, a very intelligent aura. And I feel like that's what he's seeing. That's what he thinks of you. I just feel like it's a very, you're also somebody who makes very strong decisions and you stick to them. With Amit, it feels like this is kind of karma. That's the vibe. Yeah. But I do sense there's still some magnetism. Yeah. It feels like, yeah, it feels like a judgment call also from the universe. When I get judgment, it feels like you're leveling up. And often it's like a matter of if we level up with someone or without someone. I mean, obviously, if you're together, it's better to level up with that person, but it feels like you're kind of above him. Yeah. So that's the vibe. Decisive is the vibe. Amit sees things in black and white. They don't tend to see the gray. There's somebody who makes judgment calls and they go after what they want. And that's what I'm seeing. So it makes sense what you're saying. But yes. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Let us see. Hi, Wayne. May I ask what the universe is manifesting for me? I wasn't gonna do general readings, but I think I will. I'll do Raul first because I already told him that I would. And then I'll do Wayne, unless somebody donates. Witchy Woman. It is the Ethereal Visions Luna edition tarot. It's really cool. I love this deck. So pretty. Okay. Can you tell me how the month of May is going to go? I see two different opportunities, like an offer for money or a job coming through, and I feel like you're going to have to make a decision. I feel like you're being torn between one or the other. There's a very important decision that must be made. I could see you even like finding success or recognition in your career. I don't know if you guys heard that, but my cat just made the cutest noise when she sleeps. She went, woo! I don't know. Do you hear that? Maybe, I don't know if you guys can hear that. I'm sorry. The Six of Wands is giving me like you getting your footing, you feeling like you're on cloud nine, you feeling successful, gaining recognition. I see people wanting to give you opportunities for success, but you feeling torn or a little uncertain about where you stand. So that is the vibe I'm getting for May for you. I keep seeing people thinking very highly of you this month. Like they see you as someone of respect. And that's really cool. All right. I don't know if you're still here, Wayne, but I will do a reading for you real quick. Good afternoon. What is the universe manifesting for me? Also, did I do... Okay. Just checking. All right. What is the universe manifesting for me? I don't know if you have to give any presentations or speeches, but it feels like you're delivering some kind of... You have to communicate with confidence, is what I'm getting. It feels like this need to speak, but even if you have to rehearse what you say, it feels like you need to vocalize things with confidence. I'm getting that you've been kind of shy. I don't know if you're an introvert, but it feels like you've been keeping a lot within, holding a lot to yourself. And I feel like you need to like let all that go. There's a feeling of letting go of the things that are keeping you feeling small, feeling stuck. And I keep getting this need to just take charge of your life, take action, and speak your truth. There's a feeling of having to speak in front of people is what I keep seeing. So you might be needing to make a talk or, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. But it feels like I need to make a toast or like have some kind of moment where you showcase what you're capable of. And I see like you kind of shedding that skin, that introvert skin for a little bit, coming out of your shell and really showing who you are. There's a communicating with confidence is what I keep hearing. There may be a need to cut people out of your life that are no longer serving you. I keep seeing, scissors. I keep seeing like a need to cut cords or cut ties. It feels like enough's enough with that. And I also feel like when it comes to work, I see a lot of success, a lot of achievement, the things you've been hustling on, you've been working on. I see that coming through for you. Yeah, in a very positive, exciting way. Keep getting an ant. Like you might have felt like you're the cog in the machine, and now you're finally like, breaking through. Yeah, this feels very exciting. It feels like all the stuff that you've been carrying, I see a lot of really good luck in it. That makes sense. But now it's about becoming, the Wayne that you're meant to be and speaking out and speaking your truth. I feel like you have a lot to share. And this is the time where I see confidence coming through. Keep seeing an elephant, and elephants can be really beautiful spiritual, creatures that have a lot of strength. And it's kind of, there's also that saying, the elephant in the room, like, what is that in your life? So that's what I'm seeing for you. Oh, Sika, thank you. I see that. Okay. Jay's feelings towards me overall. Okay. Thank you, Wayne. Okay. Jay's feelings towards me overall. Thank you for donating. I'm getting a very emotional tie. This feels like this person, what I'm getting is marriage material. I feel like this person, I don't know if you guys were close enough to get married. It feels like this person is serious. There's a feeling of like, there's tons of love. I'm literally getting the well, which is like deep emotion. I'm getting the Four of Cups, which is like harmony, love, stability. And I'm getting the King of Cups, which often represents like a soulmate, right? It's giving me soulmate energy. Like this person is meant to be in your life. This person is meant to be a serious relationship. Yeah, I could totally see that. So I'm sorry for what you're going through with him. Let me see what else comes through. I don't know if this person has been listening to love songs that remind them of you, but it feels like they're dealing with I keep hearing finding out the truth, crushed me. It made me question things. Like they're going through their own sort of epiphany. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's hard to be there for someone when also, they're going through so much. I feel like he's kind of resigned himself to thinking that you're not meant to be together, but there's so much love here, so much emotion. It's so serious. Like, I feel like you guys are definitely soulmates. You're definitely, this is definitely meant to be. I'm literally seeing like tears because of how emotional. Yeah. Whew. Heavy. Heavy, heavy. All right. Let me see. All right. Well, I'm sorry I didn't want to make you feel sad. Hi, it's Miracle. Welcome. Thank you, Sika. I'm rooting for you. Really. All right. Tammy. Hello, Zoe. Can you tell me if RE got feelings for me and asked me out? Are you asking if they have feelings for you? Yeah, it's Miracle. You're welcome to ask me a question if you'd like. Donations are prioritized, but if I see your question after I'm done, I will definitely take it. Okay, Tammy, can you tell me if RE um has feelings for me? Yeah, if you I think that's what you mean. So, okay. I feel like I don't see the feelings there, Tammy. I feel like what's happening is that um this person isn't emotionally available. I see their actions not aligning with how they're feeling. So take with that what you will. I see the Nine of Swords is giving me overthinking, worrying for, yeah, it just feels like stress. It doesn't feel like love or attraction. It feels like emotional unavailability. So that's what I see. It feels like this person might act a certain way towards you, but they're actually not available for you. That is the vibe. Okay. Um, Tito, welcome, welcome. Let me see. Will I get a job soon? Let's see what comes up. I see you getting like an internship or apprenticeship. It feels like you're getting a job, but it's not the one that you want. It's like maybe a part-time job or a job that like is a stepping stone to what you want. I'm getting the Three of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is the apprenticeship card, the card that you get when you're working towards something, not when you're being the CEO of a company, right? It feels like you are working, you're hustling, but it's not necessarily the job you want. Yeah. I just feel like you haven't stepped into your full potential yet, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It just means right now, I see you hustling. I see you making money, but maybe not to the extent you want. Okay. You're welcome, Tito. Welcome, guys who are tuning in. I am prioritizing people who donate, but I am taking questions as they come. Okay. Allah, hi, hope you're doing well. What are Pisces' current feelings for me, please? Okay, let's see. I'm getting that this person doesn't have love feelings for you. I feel like they care about you, but they have very high standards, is what I'm seeing. Like this person has very high standards. I don't know if they're a mother, but I'm getting the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Cups, which is the card of motherhood and children. It feels like this person is very nurturing, very feminine. But I feel like they just aren't as fond of you. They don't see you that way, is what I'm getting. Yeah. They don't see you that way. I'm getting the Death card, which indicates like letting go, trying to end something. So I feel like, no, I don't see them having, um, feelings for you. I see things being over, or, yeah, them being a little nostalgic and fond of you, but being over you. Hi, a Taurus Girl Reads. Hi, B. Smith. Let's see. Welcome, welcome. I'm taking donations will be prioritized, but in the meantime, you are welcome to ask a question. B. Smith, will I get a job soon? It's about time. I do see you getting a job, but I feel like you're starting at the bottom. It could be like an entry level position or something new. It feels like a new journey, a new adventure. It's not going to be easy, but I do see you getting a job. It feels like something brand new, though. Okay. Samreen, will I be able to start university abroad this July? Let's see. Whoa. My answer is yes. Definitely yes. I feel like you're on that path. Stay on the path you're on. Hi, Stillfire. Welcome. I am crossing my fingers for you too, but I definitely see it in the cards for you. So, hello. Hello, hello. Welcome to anyone tuning in. I am taking donations. Those will be prioritized, but if not, I will take people's questions as they come. Sherlyn Ann, hi, will I pass the exam I took on April 11th? Please and thank you. First of all, congrats on your exam taking. And oui, Cindy, si tu veux. Okay. So let's see. Interesting. I'm getting a yes. At first, I got the Eight of Swords, which was giving me like that things were not going to go as expected. But the rest of the cards, the Queen of Pentacles and the World, are giving me like, yes, things are going to be better than expected. So, yes, I would say so. I do have PayPal. It is in the description box. I didn't put the link, Tammy. Okay. Est-ce que je peux poser une autre question? Okay, thank you very much. I'd be curious to know what Christopher N's feelings towards me, please. Thank you very much. Okay. J'aimerais savoir. Intéressant. I'm seeing that this person has I see them having a lot of feelings about you, loving you. But I feel like they're going through so much that they're wearing like a mask. They're not like being true to their feelings. Like they have so much going on, it feels like they can't be authentic about how they're truly feeling. I'm getting that this person could be like a soulmate. This person has a lot of like, it feels like things are broken. Les choses sont cassées. Sont pas complètes. Complètes? Mais je vois beaucoup d'amour. I love you unconditionally. It feels very yeah, it feels like t'étais vraiment la meilleure chose de ma vie. Je t'aime. I love you unconditionally. C'est parce que il a beaucoup de choses qui se passent en même temps. Like he has so many distractions, so many things happening at once. It feels like he's overwhelmed by everything and he's wearing a mask. Yeah. C'est pas son caractère. Je sais pas pourquoi il fait ça. Mais je vois que c'est à la maison, les choses sont cassées aussi. Sa famille aussi. Mais je vois beaucoup d'amour. Je vois que c'est, je sais pas comment dire en français, mais un soulmate. Un message d'amour, tu veux dire? I don't know what that means. A love message? Like you want... Qu'est-ce que tu veux dire? Je vois vraiment que il t'aime. Mais je vois qu'il y a beaucoup de choses dans sa vie, des distractions, des actions, like the hobbies and like il a beaucoup de choses. It's like he can't focus on you. An oracle message? Let's see. Ce qui se passe. Je sais pas comment dire tout ça en français, alors j'essaye de... I have to try to speak back and forth. I don't know. Yeah, that shows very active life. Okay. I feel like things are going in a good direction, but you have to try to set things up in the long term. You have to start thinking in the long term when it comes to what you want with love. I feel like this is not the time to continue to take risks with your heart. This is the time to set up a long-term plan. Because this person right now isn't available for you right now. There's so much love here, but they're trying to distract themselves. It's a lot of escapism. I do not know how to say all this in French. But it's like a lot of escapism, you know? And it feels like he's trying to escape from his own pain. And you are at a different place in your life. You're at a place where you're ready for love and where you don't want to gamble, right? You don't want to take a risk and things not work out in your favor. I feel like naturally you're somebody with such a big heart, and this person has the potential to be so much more with you, but you have to do what's right for you. Yeah. Oh, thank you, the Storytime Kitchen. Welcome. Yeah. Il échappe sa vie. So many things that were done can't be taken back, you know? So Yeah, it just feels like overall I'm getting from him, I'm getting, I love you unconditionally. You know, I was a distraction from your pain. I'm hearing, yeah, I'm just hearing that things are broken, but I am escaping. So, Cece, I hope that helps. J'espère que c'est assez. I just got Tammy's, so I'll do Tammy next. Okay. Merci, bonne chance. J'espère que ça va t'aider. Merci pour être là. Ouais, c'est très compliqué. C'est très compliqué. C'est pas une situation qui est qu'on peut dire vite fait comme ça. Ouais. Mais il y a beaucoup d'amour. C'est très beau aussi. Okay, I'm going to move forward. Je vais continuer. Tammy, let's see. Why council members won't include me in council communications as they're supposed to? Tammy, does this involve anything to do with law? Yes, I'm reading yours right now, Tammy. And I see you, Storytime Kitchen. I will read you after that. Let me write this down. Oh, and I see you, Fia. I'll write you down as well. So Tammy, if you could just clarify, does this, when you say council communication, does this have anything to do with like a court case or legal matters? I'm gonna wait for Tammy because I have to make sure, because I do not it's part of my personal code of ethics that I don't that I don't answer anything regarding legal matters or health, because I'm not qualified to do that, and that's just part of my code of ethics. So Tammy, are you there? Okay, just making sure. We'll see what the cards say. I did not want to approach it until I knew for sure. All right. Why won't the council members include me in council communications? Okay, just checking. I'm just checking. Thank you for clarifying that. What's interesting is I'm getting a lot of like kind of like naivety, like they're not aware that they're not doing it. With the Sun, the Ace of Wands, it feels like they are kind of like not aware that they're not including you. Like it's not like they have an ulterior motive. It feels like you're not on the list. I don't know. It just feels like you're not on the list. Let me look further. But I don't see them trying to cut you out. I feel like all of this is a misunderstanding, is what I'm getting. The Seven of Wands represents boundaries, creating those limits, and it just feels like, have you, I know this is probably the dumbest thing to ask, but like, it just feels like there's no ulterior motives. Like they're just kind of not noticing, or they're, yeah, like it's not that, to them, it's not that important. So that's what the cards are saying to me. The Forgotten is showing a dark period, but that it all kind of just goes away. So I wouldn't worry about this. It feels like it's a false limit, like a false wall being put up. So I don't believe they're like intentionally leaving you out of things or pushing you away or doing things behind your back. This doesn't at all feel nefarious. Nefarious. I don't know how to say that word. So I feel like the sun is coming out, and you don't have to, I feel like light is going to be shed on the situation and you don't have to worry about it. That's the vibe I'm getting. So, yeah. I hope that helped offer some clarity. I'm going to move forward. Hi, Saloni. Okay, we're doing the Storytime Kitchen. How will things play out between Leo and the third party? We kind of spoke about this yesterday, I believe, but we didn't really talk about exactly what would happen, right? So, yeah. Okay. I'm getting 3 major arcana cards. I'm getting the Death card, the Lovers card, and the Star card. This is giving me that I see things ending with them. I feel like they're, like I said before, I don't see them being like serious. I feel like they're not aligned with each other in the long run, and I see things ending. I see it kind of going back and forth with the Death and the Lovers. I feel like it kind of could go back and forth, like on and off, but I do see things ending with them, and I do see that they're not aligned on the same path. So I see, I do see things like breaking up. There's no way that this is going to keep going on for a very long period of time. It feels like, like kind of like they're a placeholder. Yeah. These are very powerful cards. Yeah, so as far as how it will play out, I see things ending. I see them breaking up. Let me see if I can get a little more specific than that. They're giving me like these major cards here. I see her holding secrets. She's also, I feel like she has somebody in her life that she's actually interested in. So I could see her lying to him or her actually causing problems for him. I actually see her potentially cheating on him or like causing issues for him. I'm seeing passion in her life with someone else. Yeah. I definitely feel like she's the one that instigates the ending. And I see her being very sensitive, very dramatic, very, crying a lot. But I feel like she's hiding something from him and she's not being forthcoming. So that's the vibe. Yeah. I could see her cheating on him. Yeah, there's definitely something about her that, I mean, he would be foolish to fully trust her. So, yeah, I would say so. I definitely would say so. All right, I'm going to move forward, but thank you, Storytime Kitchen. Thea, are you still here? Thank you for waiting. Is my current boyfriend the father of my child slash the father of my child? My twin flame, or is there someone else in the cards for me? P.S. I love your French. Thank you. That's very sweet. All right. Let us see. So I'm getting twin flame energy from your current boyfriend. There's definitely something karmic between the two of you. You've known each other in a past life. This feels like it's much deeper. And I feel like I see like things leveling up between the two of you. It feels like you have all the tools you need in your arsenal to make this work. And I'm seeing that this is like twin flame vibes. So that's what I would say to that. As far as other people coming in, I don't feel like anyone is going to. I don't see another twin flame, but I do see that you might have other soulmates or other people that, you could be with. But I don't see them being as powerful as this dynamic. So that's what I'm seeing. I see him being your twin flame. That being said, not all twin flame energies work out. Just because they're your twin flame doesn't mean it can't be toxic or it can't be, there can't be problems. It's not perfect. But I want you to know that it's okay to release him if you need to, but that's always going to be there. There's always going to have, something there. So, yeah. So that's what I'll say to that. It's one of those things that no matter how far you go, like that person's your lobster. That person is gonna be someone that will always be in your life. They'll always have a powerful place because they're your twin flame. So, thank you. Okay. So, moving forward, I see um I see you, PJ. Okay, so I'm going to do PJ and then I see Tammy as well. So I'll do Tammy after that. Okay. Let me write this down. Okay. PJ, let's see where your question is. Is Richard married? Let's see what comes up. I see Richard coming out of something like getting divorced, but I don't see them married. Like they're leaving a bad situation, leaving a bad relationship, or wanting something new. That is the vibe I'm seeing. I feel like it could be like Richard is divorced or like they're, you know, healing from something. Yeah. But I mean, I feel like everyone has baggage. So that is what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing like a contract, like negotiating contracts. So they might be, that is what I'm seeing. I see like legal, not legal documents, but like contracts being negotiated. Um and I see, but I do see like a spark, so yeah. But the Six of Swords is telling me like this person may not be married, but they're leaving a situation, leaving that dynamic. So that's what I'm seeing. Yeah. All right, Tammy is next. Thank you, PJ. It seems like they're leaving a very I'll just answer you real quick, PJ. It seems like it's not a marriage, but they're leaving, like it could be that they were married, but it feels like a divorce energy. That's the vibe I'm getting. It feels like divorce energy. Feels like they were in something very serious and now they're leaving it. So to me that sounds like marriage, but you know. All right. I'm going to move forward. All right, Tammy would like to know if anyone has romantic interest in me or wants to ask me out. Let us see. Okay. First of all, I'm seeing a lot of deep emotion coming up for you. I'm seeing somebody definitely having romantic interest in you. Let's see. But I feel like you've been closed minded or closed off to love. There's a part of you that the person that's coming through is someone you probably would never have dated before. Like they're not your usual type, or they're somebody that would not be your, like would defy your expectations, you know? So that is what I'm seeing. I see a lot of emotion, a lot of deep love and affection coming towards you, but you have to keep an open mind. Yeah, it's someone new. I definitely see it being someone new, and I feel like you're still at a stage where you have to release somebody. It feels like a cycle hasn't finished yet for you. Let me see if I see anything else. But I'm getting keep an open mind. I see new love coming in. But it's also up to you to like allow love to come in. Yeah. I'm getting your family. I don't know if it's I'm sorry. Let me take some water real quick. I see someone will approach you though. I'm seeing like this could be someone that your family introduces you to. I'm seeing your family being involved for some reason. This feels like you meet them at like a family celebration or some kind of like you might feel closed off because you don't want that. You don't want any associations with the people you know for some reason. But yeah, this is basically telling me you have to let go of a cycle before this new person can come in anyway. You have to keep an open mind. Let me see if I see what zodiac signs are coming through. I'm getting oh my god. I'm getting lots of Libra energy. This person is definitely a Libra. Let me see if I can see if I have any names. Okay, I've got A being a prominent letter in their name. And I also have TH. That could be a prominent, letter in their name. So Theo, I don't know. But this feels like the two runes that I pulled are very much like someone who who is very big on communication. And this isn't the kind of person that you would normally choose as a partner, but I do see them coming through. But yeah, keep an eye out for a Libra, sun, moon, or rising sign. This person is giving me like deep relationship energy, like serious. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And when you get Libra a lot in a reading, Libras naturally are people who, are looking for love in a way. Like they function really well in relationships. They tend to balance people out, depending on who they are, of course. But there's that energy of like partnership and marriage. So this could also be a Taurus. I'm getting Venetian energies, but getting a lot of Libra, Taurus. Yeah. Yes, Saloni. Absolutely. All right. Next. Let's see. So I'm JV. Plate of spaghetti. You do not have to donate, but I am taking donation. I'm prioritizing donations. So once I'm done with donations, I will pick the question I'm intuitively drawn to. The story time kitchen is after that. Thank you guys for supporting this channel. Really appreciate it. Okay. All right. Will I be in a relationship this year, JV? So the vibe I'm getting is a very strong, like friendships. This is like the year of building your tribe, building your friendships. But I'm not seeing like a lot of love, like romantic relationship. It doesn't feel like anything serious. I feel like that's definitely coming, but it's not this year, is what I'm seeing. Let me see. Yeah, it definitely feels like you could be meeting the person that you want to be with. Like I could see you meeting that person, but not being in a relationship with them. And I could see them being your friend first. Like this is somebody that you befriend before it turns into anything romantic. So that's what I would say to that. But yeah. All right. Thank you, JV. Hope that helped. And I will read yours after I read the Storytime Kitchen. Let me see. If you guys donate via PayPal, make sure to let me know, okay? All right. Does the Leo have remorse, regret for my treatment? I feel like I don't see that. What I do see is that instead of feeling remorse or regret, it's kind of like they're just trying to move forward, but they feel a void. They feel an absence, like something's missing, you know? It feels like abandonment, like you've abandoned them, or there's some kind of wound that isn't being healed. So that is the vibe. But yeah, I don't see remorse or regret. It just feels like abandonment. Yeah, like you've walked away and it's almost like they're pinning it on you. Yeah. It almost feels like he's pinning it on you, right? It's like you know when people try to tell themselves like, oh, it's not my fault. I didn't do anything wrong, but really they don't take accountability for how they're acting. That's the vibe I'm getting. Like high and mighty, trying to be high and mighty. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, very, very devoted to himself. Probably a little delulu. Yeah. So that's the energy I'm seeing. Sorry you're going through this. I'm going to do JV and then PJ again. Okay. Thank you, Storytime Kitchen. Yeah. Will I have a connection with my crush? Ooh. So the cards I'm getting so far are indicating fate. Like I see a destiny with them. This person is an unexpected breath of fresh air, but I feel like you're not giving the aura of receptiveness for some reason. I'm getting the High Priestess. I'm getting the Wheel of Fate. Literally, the tables could turn in your favor, JV. It feels like, but with the Queen of Swords, this is somebody who's very self-sufficient, who, you know, has their shit together, but may not be giving off the aura of, hey, come, you know, come flirt with me, come be with me, right? So it feels like you have to maybe make yourself more of the receptor, tune into your divine feminine energy a little bit, soften a little bit. But I'm getting that this person is definitely like meant to be on your path. They're definitely meant to be, there's definitely a connection there. I literally got this could be the one. Like this person could be the one. So I would not take that, with a grain of salt. It feels very powerful. However, remember we talked about, are you going to meet this person in this year? I feel like it might not develop into a romantic relationship this year, but it definitely could in the future. This is something you should not overlook, though. And it definitely will have to do with your energy. So that is what I'm seeing. Yeah. Okay. All right, PJ, I'm moving forward. Thank you, JV. PJ, how does Mark feel for me? I miss him. Oh, PJ. How does Mark feel for me? I'm getting Mark feeling torn with the Two of Swords. Torn between being on, seeing you as the shining light in his life, or seeing you as someone from his past, someone to reflect on. It feels like a very powerful connection, but one that there's a lot of uncertainty about. Let me look further. But it doesn't feel like, it feels like Mark is kind of on the fence. There's a lot of deep attraction, alignment, like you guys are very aligned on a lot of things, but there's a lack of honesty about who they really are deep down. So it feels like Mark doesn't know what he wants. Mark is kind of on his own path and is not looking to settle down, but there is something there. There's definitely a deep attraction. Definitely like some need to figure out who they are. But it feels like you guys are very aligned, There's some deep attraction here. Yeah, very torn between wanting to trust the universe, wanting to trust their heart, wanting to trust being with you, and wanting to realize that they need to be on their own. But yeah, that's the energy I'm getting. Going back and forth, indecision. All right, I'm going to keep going. Okay, I will do sprinkles. Sprinkles? Oh, sorry. Brandon asks, I always do that. Okay, Brandon asks, overalls. Wait, oh, never mind. I should read the questions on my own before I answer them. Okay, sprinkles. Okay. Brandon asks his overall feelings and actions towards me. Yes, let's see. Welcome to those of you who are tuning in. I will be taking questions as they come to me intuitively. I will be choosing, and if you want to be prioritized, you're welcome to donate. All right. Brandon asks his overall feelings and actions towards me. Sprinkles. I feel like Brandon is kind of he knows that he knows that he what he is. Like he has this confidence to him, and I feel like he's kind of leading you on. There's a feeling of dragging his feet, of just waiting and seeing. It doesn't feel like this person has strong feelings towards you, but they think that you're really good looking. They think that you're really attractive. I just don't see it being like, yeah, literally, I'm so attracted to you. I want to feel that way again. Like this person literally feels like you are a really high value person, but I'm just getting that they're not acting on those feelings and they're very drawn to you. But I almost get like they don't want to act on those feelings. They would wait for you to act on them as opposed to the other way around. Like I'm getting that they're waiting for you to respond. So that is what I'm seeing. I feel like they're not going to act. It's like you have to be the one to do it. You have to be it's like they're waiting. Yeah. Tammy, I'm going to do you next. And then I might go soon, guys, because it has been a long time. We'll see. Okay. My family member is very difficult to live with. Okay, my family member is very difficult to live with, as G is constantly want to fight. What is the G's problem? Let's see. And I'll add the Storytime Kitchen for after that. Thank you guys for tuning in. Okay. All right, Tammy. Woo. Let me pull some more cards. First of all, I'm getting a lot of insecurities from this person. This person literally like is afraid to be their authentic self, and it feels like they're suppressing a lot. Because what I'm getting is with the Emperor, there's this need to be bossy, this need to be in charge, this need to throw people for a loop, like be impulsive. It feels like this need to be like an oppressive force. With the Emperor, the Fool, it feels like they're trying to start shit, but it feels like there's a power trip in there, right? The Emperor is about power, control, needing to take charge, needing to be the one to make the rules. But we have the Hermit, which is somebody who is Also alone, taking time to reflect on their own. They don't have anyone else. They've isolated themselves and they're deeply insecure people. So yeah, so I'm getting a desire to really dominate and be very controlling or be very domineering. I don't know if that resonates with you, but it feels like oppressive almost. Like this person feels like they have to be on top. Does that resonate with you, Tammy? Because I'm getting with the Fool, this person might be acting a little bit out of control, but they feel the need to be in control, to make the rules. So what can you do to bring peace? That's a very good question. I like that kind of question. First of all, you can't bend, right? You're not going to let somebody walk all over you. You're not going to bend. This feels like you're going to have to think long term, and it might take some trial and error, okay? I feel like with the miser, it's not about putting yourself in G's shoes. It's not about trying to understand them, because they're going to do what they're going to do. It's about realizing that you have to set really strong boundaries about yourself and be an impenetrable force. Think of yourself like in a bubble and realize you're not going to allow anyone to get to you, right? You are not going to let your surroundings, the people around you, affect you. This feels like, you can't, the circumstances right now are difficult, because you can't like change how this person acts. You can't make them different, you know? All you can do is focus on your own energy and make yourself an impenetrable force. Try new things, go. It also feels like a lot of this has to do with their own, need for control. But you have to make yourself like void of that control. I am suddenly losing my voice, guys, so I'm probably not going to be able to stay very much longer. But I would say don't be cowed by this. This feels like this person's preying on your weaknesses. And it's like sucking your energy. And honestly, and what I'm getting from you, Tammy, is you're somebody who's like very empathic. So you're feeling other people's emotions. And I'm getting that you could feel energy vampires or people, that are draining you. So this goes beyond just this person. And I feel like you're going to have to figure out a way to establish that protection, to realize that if they're not going anywhere, then you're not going anywhere. You're going to need to set that boundary. Hi, Open B. I will do you next. Thank you. What is your, yeah. Thank you, Tammy. I'm so glad you're here. I really appreciate you. All right. So what is your question, Open B? Did you ask it? Oh, did I not do, I think Storytime Kitchen, did I not do you? Were you next? I feel like oh yeah, so sorry about that. Okay. So Open B, I still have to read the Storytime Kitchen, but I will read you after that. Okay. Sorry. All right. So, would he keep her on if she didn't cheat on him? Okay. Would he keep her on if she didn't cheat on him? So I would see things ending, but it would take a lot longer. I feel like there would be a lot of arguing, a lot of bickering. I'm seeing like trying, like thinking about leaving, but I'm not seeing him like walking away right away. So that is what I'm seeing. Yeah, I just see a lot of arguing, a lot of bickering, a lot of like going back and forth and not being happy, honestly. Yeah. All right. Okay, open B is next, but I hope that was okay, Storytime Kitchen. All right. So, what is your question, open B? All right. Is Emilio Marchand getting bad karma or bad news this May? Let's see. Okay. Thank you, Storytime Kitchen. I appreciate you. I will definitely see you another time. Okay. Is Emilio Marchand getting bad karma or bad news this May? Oh my gosh. So the news I'm getting is very good news, especially when it comes to like career success. I'm seeing the news being good, things going in your favor. I'm getting a feeling of holding on to anything that you feel like you might lose. This feels like a very positive reading. I see you being in charge and feeling very collected. This does not feel negative. So I don't see you getting like the bad news or bad karma. I actually see good things coming your way. I feel like you're going to get very positive news for the future. I'm actually seeing with the Four of Pentacles, like you being more stable when it comes to money. I see with the Page of Wands, you getting really good news when it comes to new endeavors and success. And I see with the King of Wands, you feeling very in control of your life and of your, you know, your ambitions. I feel like things are coming true, you know? I'm seeing a lot of passions coming forward, playing out for you in a positive light. So I definitely feel like, to answer your question, no, I don't see bad karma. I see a lot of revelations, like you being very aware of like new things around you. With the Waker, there's this newfound awareness. I feel like you're learning about yourself, you're seeing things in other people. This is like a big deal. And I actually feel like financially, career wise, things are going in a positive direction. Yeah. One thing I would advise if I were you is to take the time to reflect. This is the time of self awareness, not a time to like experiment. This feels like a time to go within, but realize what you've built. Realize how much you can appreciate about your life right now. There's so much for you. I don't know if you're a business person or if you're like in charge or the boss, but it feels like radical honesty is the way to go with yourself. And I see success in the cards for you. Yeah. So that is what I'm seeing. Yeah, I hope that answers your question and I really appreciate you. Thank you. And thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. Okay, y'all. I just got another donation from Tammy. So I'm going to do that and then I will probably go after that. Okay. I tried various methods. Oh, and Darshan Darshan. We'll go with Darshan. But yeah, so Adam, I am prioritizing people who donate. So I don't know if you donated, but that is what I'm doing. But it doesn't mean I'm not taking people's questions. It just means that I'm taking people who donate first, and then I take people's questions intuitively. So I will definitely answer questions if I get the chance. All right. Tammy, then Darshan. Okay, I tried various methods over the years, but I cannot get my energy back since my ex left. Is there a method to use so I don't feel so drained and stuck? Well, first of all, I mean, I don't need to tell you this, but getting people out of, getting people that are draining you out of your life would be a good start, right? But obviously, that's not something that everyone can do. So, yeah. So the magician's telling me that you have everything you need in your toolbox, in your arsenal to make this work. It feels like you have the power, but I feel like you're going to have to make some sacrifices to make your life work. You can't have it all right now. You have the potential to live the life that you want. But I feel like you can't put yourself out there until you make some sacrifices. Things can't move forward. You're going to remain stuck until you're able to let some things go, make space for new things. I feel like you're taking on a lot. And I also feel like with the Knight of Cups, like love is out there for you. I'm seeing that for you. It's hard to give your life to someone else when you're so spent. You have to fill your own cup. Let's see what else. The Alchemist is giving me, yeah, this is a time where you might have to go back to the drawing board. Sometimes things have to blow up, right, in order for new things to grow. It feels like you have to have a major shift in your life, major change. Whatever you're doing right now clearly isn't working for you, and it's about destruction, honestly. Things have to get worse before they get better. And I feel like you're in that period right now. As far as sacrifices go, this might mean sacrificing a passion, sacrificing projects that may not be serving you. It feels like you're holding on to a lot. Like it feels like I'm getting a lot of hobbies or a lot of commitments that you might be holding on to that are no longer bringing you joy. And it feels like, what are you? What are you? You know, I feel like you've built your identity with these things, and you're going to need some kind of ego death where you have to reinvent yourself, reinvent your life. Things have to blow up before they get better. And I feel like you're on that path. So just know that, like, with this darkness that you're facing comes growth, comes like rebirth. There's new things that are coming from it. Whether you realize it right now or not, this feeling of being drained, let yourself fall apart. The more you resist that, the worse it is, you know? So that is what I'm seeing. I feel like your commitments are really taking over your life, and things have to get worse before they get better. But I see new love coming in, and I see people trying to extend the hand to you, trying to support you. The Thief is all about doing what's right for you. You know, even if it seems selfish to other people, it's like treating yourself, giving yourself what you need, seizing the moment. It's your time. Yeah. So that is what I'm going to stop at with you. Okay, Tammy. Thank you. And Darshan. Success for me in the competitive exam on the 24th of May. Let's see what the cards say. And guys, remember, the future is not set in stone. This is based on the current path that you are on. Wow. Let's see. Okay. This is very good news. I'm getting you doing very well on your exam. Yeah. So that's what I would say to that. I see success. Thank you, Tammy. All right, y'all. I'm going to take one more and then I will probably go because I am getting very tired. Let's see. Thank you, Darshan. Good luck. All right. You can, if you want to, Ethereal Muse. I am prioritizing donations, but that will probably be my last if you do. But guys, you are also welcome to book a reading with me on my website if you want to. My website is zoethepsychic.com. I offer a lot of different options on there, both pre-recorded and recorded readings. So if you're interested in diving deeper and having that one-on-one with me, you can. And please subscribe so you can get more notifications or cool videos that I come up with. I do try to keep up with different readings every week. Yeah. Don't like this person. What is this? Okay. Okay. So, yeah. All right. I am going to go probably. I don't see anything, and I am feeling very tired. So, yeah. All right. I'm actually just gonna go probably. Yeah, I will definitely go, but for those of you who just stopped by, thank you so much for doing that. Um, it just means a lot to me that you're here. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Mashan. I hope that um, you come back, and I hope that I get a chance to read you guys if I haven't gotten a chance. And yeah, thank you.